What is up, my dudes? We've got the Corporate
Dire's
Esports
bad.
Association Dota 2 Spring 2019 tournament going on. Today we've got Facebook, Mid or Newsfeed representing
Radiant's
Facebook
bad.
against Techies, who's also known as CapOne Immortals, representing Capital One. So let's hop right into the draft. So fair warning, I am playing in this game. This is vintage me playing on Facebook, so I do give a lot of criticisms to other teams drafting, so it's only fair that I dish out the hate for myself. So I'll try not to be as biased as possible. Obviously I kind of know what happens in this game already, but I'll try and keep it exciting and just try to explain what my drafting process is like, because I feel like drafting is something that is not a skill that most Dota players work on. You know, most people don't play Captain's Mode, so maybe trying to give some words of advice to other teams in the league. So straight off the bat, the bans from my side are coming out pretty quickly. I banned Bounty Hunter and Shadow Shaman because I straight up just don't want to deal with them. The benefits of being a captain is you can ban the heroes you don't want to go up against, and Bounty Hunter and Shadow Shaman just drive me nuts right now in pubs, so I just straight up don't want to deal with them. I'm not that great of a Shadow Shaman player myself, and Bounty Hunter is just kind of hard to work out, but you know, I'm not that good at Bounty Hunter either. And Oracle is still a good hero even after the nerfs in 7.21D. We've been seeing Oracle a lot at ESL 1 Mumbai, so you know, still a relevant hero even though that False Promise got nerfed a lot. So from the side of Cap 1, I have some criticisms already. So the Techies and the Kunkka ban. Kunkka is pretty reasonable, I would say, but Tinker, sorry.
Radiant team are now picking.
I got confused because the name is Techies. So Tinker is not that common of a ban, neither is Slark in the first phase, because they have a lot of counters. Like for example, you can just pick Storm into Tinker or Slark, Bloodseeker into Slark. So it's not that common to see them in this first phase because you've got the rest of the draft to help them out, to counterpick it. So a couple wasted bans coming out from CapOne Immortals. I opened with a Vengeful Spirit pick because one of my teammates says he really wants to play Enigma today. So one of the benefits of first pick is you get this second position pick, or like when you pick in this position, you get 2 bans immediately afterwards. I pick Venge because Venge counters the black hole. You can't deal with it anymore because there's 2 swap charges, so you can't even buy a Linken's. So Venge is a pretty hard counter against Enigma, so I pick Venge for myself, just to make sure that my Enigma is going to have a good time. We see Dazzle coming out of Team Capital One. Haven't seen Dazzle too much recently. He's a bit of a flex pick, which is nice, but we just don't see Dazzle at all. But we do see him in that 5 role and in mid sometimes even off lane. So a pretty decent pick coming out of CapOne Immortals.
Radiant team pick.
And Brewmaster comes out of CapOne Immortals as well. So Brewmaster is a pretty strong pick right now, I would say. So it's a pretty nice pick. We kind of struggle a little bit to deal with this early on. So yeah, we picked the Enigma, and then straight away banned Rubik because like Rubik against Enigma is also a pretty hard counter. CapOne responds with a really fast Grimstrike ban, and we're kind of not too sure about that one. Obviously, there's the Magic Missile on the Malefice, I guess. Swap is kind of weird. I haven't really tried the swap Soulbind interaction. But so the Grimstrike ban was a bit puzzling for us. It didn't really affect our strategy. Also, Enigma is a nice flex pick. He can go in that 3 position or 4 position. We kind of had in mind that he was going to be a 4 position already, so it's still open. We can change our mind whenever we want, but we're most likely putting him in the 4 position unless something drastically changes. So we ban Husker just because we don't want to get cheesed out. Husker's not that strong a hero, but he definitely can snowball
10
pretty
seconds
hard.
to pick.
We see there's a Terrorblade ban coming out from CapOne Immortals.
5
The Terrorblades are
seconds.
very
Hurry,
good hero to
hurry.
pair with Vengeful Spirit. The Vengeance
Radiant
Aura
team
boosts
are now
base
picking.
damage, which Terrorblade has a lot of. So Ogre Badger is coming out for CapOne Immortals, so it's a stun to try and cancel the black hole. It's kind of short range though. We go with the Juggernaut because Jug against Brew is a pretty good lane matchup. So Brew's gonna have a pretty tough time if he ends up laning against the Juggernaut. Maybe CapOne already thinking about a lane switch. Maybe pick a carry who can kind of go into the off lane and not immediately feed to the Juggernaut. So maybe a ranged hero would be
10
something they would
seconds to
consider.
pick. 5 seconds remain.
The other thing, the reason why we picked Juggernaut in this position, actually, we'll address this first. Sniper comes out from CapOne Immortals, and we're a little bit confused because it's kind of an early Sniper pick. They actually have the final pick of the draft as the second pick team, so if we were going to see Sniper, it would usually be in that position, because Sniper can really feel the hurt. But CapOne Immortals probably guessing
Only
that this
10
bench
seconds.
and Enigma from Facebook is going to be the support duo,
5 seconds
and
remain.
they don't rotate very much, so Sniper would be pretty safe as long as he can win the lane, and there aren't too many lanes that Sniper loses, so this is actually a pretty decent pick. It's also a flex pick in the sense that you can go safe lane Sniper. It's not that common, but it is possible.
Dire's banned.
So we picked the Axe in this position. So Axe counters Dazzle. We wanted a hero who can initiate as well. That's not the Enigma, because Enigma can only do it once every 180 seconds, so it's a pretty long cooldown. So we wanted a high tempo hero that could initiate for us. And the other thing is, with this Enigma in 4 position, he's probably going to go to the jungle. So we need a hero who
Only
can
10 seconds.
kind of sustain himself in the lane. He can take on multiple heroes by
5
himself.
seconds.
Axe
Hurry, hurry.
got nerfed quite a bit since TI, his glory days, but he's still pretty decent at that role. Like, worst case is you just go and skip the creeps. So we picked, going back a few steps, we picked Juggernaut in this position because it keeps our Enigma open as well. The Enigma can still go 3 or 4, and it gives us the ability to flex pick this Axe in a sense. Like, we could have not picked Axe and picked like another 4 position who was more aggressive, especially on the Sniper, so like an Earth Spirit or a Tusk would have been pretty sick, but we decided to go with Axe instead because we wanted a more stable initiation, because if Enigma was the offlaner, it's like all on the position 4, and there aren't too many position 4s that can fulfill this role, so we pick Axe. So the Viper ban comes out from the side of CapOne Immortals. We're a little bit confused by this. Viper doesn't do that well against Sniper, so it's kind of like a really odd ban. Maybe thinking that this Sniper could be a safe lane Sniper and they go for a different mid. But again, we're kind of thinking that Sniper is going to be the mid laner, just because it's a little bit easier. So we banned the Faceless Void because Sniper and Faceless Void is a pretty obnoxious combo. If you got the Chronosphere and just have Sniper in the backlines just pummeling into the Chronosphere. So that's why we go for the Faceless Void ban. At this point, we want to pick a mid laner who can match up pretty well against the Sniper. We're just going through our options right now. There aren't too many that like completely crush the Sniper, but there are some that do well.
5 seconds remain. Dire team are now picking.
So we go with Wind Ranger.
Ranger at your
As soon
service.
as Wind Ranger hits level 6, like the Sniper is just straight up dead. There's nothing that the Sniper could do at all. So it's feels like a pretty strong lineup for us. We've got the Jug to counter the Brewmaster, the Axe who can also counters the Dazzle completely, or for the most part. You just can't use Shallow Grave anymore, and can lane by himself. Obviously
10
Enigma
seconds
is
to
pretty
pick.
nice for that as well. Can help the Axe out by denying the range creep, so the
5
wave always
seconds.
pushes
Hurry,
towards your own tower.
hurry.
The Axe can also just skip the creeps, go behind the T2 tower on the enemy side, and spin away. And the swap is pretty nice from the Vengeful Spirit against the Sniper as well. You really put him out of position. It's just like, it's worth sacrificing the Vengeful Spirit to put the Sniper out of position. So I would say there aren't many heroes left in the pool for CapOne Immortals to really turn this draft around, I would say. Especially with the sniper pick, it's kind of made it kind of tough because sniper needs a lot of farm to get online. So CapOne Immortals picks TA and we're really confused. So it is going to be the safe lane sniper and the mid TA. So sniper TA, very different combinations of heroes. TA needs to snowball early and get really far ahead. Sniper just wants to sit back and farm for a really long time, at least until he gets something more than a Maelstrom, maybe a Hurricane Pike as well. So we're feeling pretty good about this game actually. Wind Ranger does okay against Templar Assassin, and Axe, the sniper just tickles the Axe if this Axe goes for the double stat shield. So the lanes are looking pretty nice for Facebook so far. And go into the anime loading screen. GH, the Wind Ranger with all the relics. This guy's even a sniper spammer as well, so spammers on both teams. And let's hop into the draft. We'll get rid of this camera thing. And so let's introduce the teams. On the side of Facebook mid or Newsfeed, we've got ABC on the Enigma, GH on the Wind Ranger, Axe, maybe plus C2A on the Axe, Vintage on the Vengeful Spirit, and Rawkhawk on the Juggernaut. On the side of CapOne Immortals, we've got 1 million Segfault on the Brewmaster, Good Apollo on the Dazzle, Carpe Diem on the Templar Assassin, some Chinese name that I can't read on the Sniper, and 1x Ding on the Ogre Magi. And already we're seeing very odd lanes come out. The Brewmaster is going top to avoid the Jug, and the Sniper is going bot instead. And we've also got an Axe mid on our side, because Axe actually completely counters the TA. You can just... TA normally wins her lane by kind of chipping you down with the side blades, but Axe can just cut the wave. He just runs into the wave, draws the aggro, spins the wave to death, and then just leaves. And so there's not much time for the TA to get those side blade hits off. So the short pause here, my computer crashed, but we're good to go again.
Okay.
So yeah, already kind of weird lanes coming out. The Axe he built for the off lane actually with this double stout shield, but the support's pulled Tango, so he should be able to lane against this TA now. TA actually does a lot of base damage, so the stout shield's not going to be as effective as if he was against the sniper. So this lane at bot is actually looking pretty hard already, because Ogre is pretty notorious at level 1. We're going to see Facebook trying to run up the river. The sniper is pretty well positioned to stop this, to not get killed. So Magic Missile onto the Ogre Magi. Jug goes for a spin, but this Ogre with 13 regen is not going to die. And Jug takes a little bit of harass from the sniper, so not much going on there. It's actually going to be 3 bounty runes going the way of Facebook though, so Jug was able to take that bounty rune away from the side of Capital One. And so in this mid lane, we're just going to see Jug Axe just run up to the lane and spin it down. So he's going to get level 2 really quickly as well as a result of this, and we'll be able to get the Battle Hunger to just get rid of those refraction stacks really quickly. And so an aggressive tri-lane coming out of CapOne Immortals, trying to put that pressure on the Juggernaut, but now we've just got this Wind Ranger against the Brewmaster one-on-one, and Brewmaster against the range hero, it doesn't do too great. There's not much that the Brewmaster can do to threaten the Wind Ranger. She can just always wind run away and get away from that drunken brawler. So kind of a rough lane for this Brewmaster. He's gonna have a pretty hard start. Meanwhile, a lot of pressure coming out onto this Juggernaut. This Dazzle with the Sniper is pretty obnoxious. The Sniper with a lot of range has the point in Shrapnel at level 1 though, so isn't gonna have that take aim for the extra range and the Poison Touch combo, but it's pretty obnoxious. So this is a pretty strong tri-lane coming out of the side of CapOne Immortals, and you can really see it. There's not much regen in this lane. Veg is pretty low already, only down to 2 tangos. It's only 1.5 minutes in. Meanwhile, yeah, the TA is just completely zoned out. She just gets battle hungered, the refraction disappears instantly, and it's just a really rough time for the TA. So yeah, TA, you really have to get off to that explosive start to get ahead in the game. Otherwise, you just kind of feel useless. So mid lane already going really well for Facebook, and this Enigma as well. just jungling pretty freely, helping the Wind Ranger out by denying the range creep. So it's going to be like 3 heroes getting a lot of farm, and the only downside from Facebook is the Jug is going to struggle a little bit in the lane. Ogre backing out already. Oh, sorry, that's TA. Ogre's going mid, and it's going to be a lane swap coming out of CapOne Immortals, sending the sniper mid, dual laning against the mid Axe, who's already a level ahead of both of them, and gonna just completely snowball. Also, 2 points in the battle hunger from the Axe, which is really good for just harassing the supports. So Ogre is going to be forced out of the lane if he gets battle hungered, because he's not going to be able to get last hits against his Axe, at least. Axe will try and do his best, and Sniper was the one who wants to get last hits. So it's going to be pretty hard. It's actually going to be a sniper mid, and the TA has gone bot now instead of mid, and this is not good for the TA at all, actually. She has an early point in Bell to help her fight in this lane, but TA needs to get a lot of levels, and Jug, he's in a bit of trouble, so he may go down here. He's getting pretty low. When Terra comes out again, the South gets cancelled from the Jug, which is really unfortunate, which means he has to run now. Ignite comes out, so the Ogre gonna run him down. The Jug's still pretty fast, even though he's ignited with a slow. Gonna try and deny himself to the neutral creeps, and he gets it. So a big long chase for not very much. Jug does have the increased respawn timer from dying to neutral creeps, so a bit unfortunate for him, but Venge gets to get some levels and hopefully a little bit of farm, which is pretty nice. And yeah, this Templar Assassin is going to struggle a little bit in this tri-lane, like post tri-lane. She's going to do pretty well in this tri-lane, a lot of damage coming out, but after the tri-lane, after the laning phase is ending, she's going to be very under-leveled and not going to have a big impact. And meanwhile, the Sniper is struggling a lot against the Axe, not being able to get last hits to cancel the battle hunger, so taking a lot of harass from that. And Axe, he's got a ring of health already, so he's gonna feel pretty much no pain. There's a solo kill of the Brewmaster from the Wind Ranger, so Brewmaster also having a pretty tough lane. And yeah, all 4 heroes on the side of Facebook just dominating the last hit charts. 1k gold ahead already, not that much, but it's gonna increase pretty rapidly, I think. No detection for the side of Facebook, so nice meld dodge from the Templar Assassin will help her get away. And Jug also getting pretty low, gets stuffed up by the Venge, but instantly cancelled. I had a lot of regrets about that decision. Axe just spamming that battle hunger. There's not much that the sniper can do. Just denies the creep in front of the sniper, and the sniper has to leave now. He's out of regen. He has to run out. There's a regen rune for the Axe as well, which is the dream rune right now. Axe actually gets the kill on sniper with battle hunger. So there's 3 points in the battle hunger already for the Axe. It does so much damage if you actually let it run its course. But the Ogre gets the runes. No, actually Jug gets it. So it's going to be all 4 bounty runes going the way of Team Facebook. But there's still this one up here. But I imagine Wind Ranger should get it. No, Brewmaster's going to end up getting it, I think. It's just standing there. Ogre chasing the Venge back to the shrine forces her to use the shrine, so pretty decent trade for the Ogre actually. If you just use the shrine for a solo support, it's not always worth it. And Jug struggling a little bit on last hits compared to all the other cores on the side of Facebook. Not many denies. Axe just on fire right now. This sniper can't do anything. 65 base damage. Oh, actually, Axe doesn't have much more. But he just tickles the Axe. There's this double stout shield as well. Another solo kill onto the Brewmaster from the Wind Ranger. It gets level 6. He's been solo laning the whole time, and Enigma's been denying the range creep, so a huge XP advantage for the Wind Ranger. Level 6 against the level 4 Brewmaster. This Brewmaster, he's just gonna die every time that Focus fires back up. Brewmaster will finally grab the rune. And Ogre just doing Ogre things. He puts a ward down right in front of the Venger's face, which is really awkward because now, like, you know that ward's there. Just bring a sentry. That's a 300 gold. You always want to put wards down when you're not in vision, because then you have to burn a lot of sentries to find it. Axe will get another solo kill on the sniper. He might go down to the shrapnel, but he won't. He'll just walk out. It's got tranquil boots now as well, so hoping for a regen rune, but it's just an illusion rune. And the shrine was used earlier by the Venge, so it won't be able to heal up there. But he's still got the Ring of Health, Tranquil Boots on the way, so we'll be able to just regen up. This sniper also in the dumpster, level 5 against the level 7 axe. So 2 of the 3 lanes going pretty poorly for CapOne and Immortals. It's just this tri-lane which is the saving grace for CapOne and Immortals. But they've just got a TA who's going to be really under-leveled once the laning phase ends. TA is very level dependent. All her skills scale her damage, the meld, and the refraction. So you really got to get levels early on the TA to get big damage. Enigma is heading down bot now with his army of Eidolons. Ogre gets Maleficent, but he's pretty tanky still. It's going to be pretty hard to take him down. Enigma's just farming away, just wants to help his team out when he can. And another focus fire dive from GH onto the Brewmaster, and yeah, 3 solo kills for the Wind Ranger already.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Sniper, he's got 3 points in the shrapnel, so it's gonna annoy the Axe a little bit, but Axe got so much regen now. The Ogre goes down to the Enigma, so nice rotation from the Enigma. The Dazzle also gonna go down eventually. It's gonna take some time. He shallow graves himself. Brewmaster's here now, but he doesn't have split yet, so Facebook, they do back out, but don't really need to be afraid of him. Templar Assassin and Jug, 2 ships passing in the night in the trees. There's going to be 4 bot now. Dazzle's still here. Ogre's TP'd back down. And right here, Bench getting pretty low, trapped in the trees between the Brewmaster and the Templar Assassin. So gonna go down. Axe has come in now. He's gonna get the Battle Hunger onto the Ogre. The Ogre's gonna die again. Not much he's gonna be able to do to get away. The Colleague Blade goes down. So they're gonna go for the Dazzle now. He already used Shallow Grave, and he gets Battle Hungered, so he's gonna go down as well. Gets dumped as well. So a nice speed boost to get out of there. Using the speed boost from the first dunk to get a follow-up kill. Always great axe plays. The Brewmaster's trapped here now. He doesn't have a TP. I think it's on cooldown still. And he gets spotted.
Dire's top tower is under
They know he's there, but do they have a way to take him out? He doesn't have split yet. He's 1 creep away from getting split. So it would be pretty nice if he can get it, and he'll be okay. Arcane Rune for the Axe now. Probably not the best rune on Axe, but it's okay. Ping out onto the Sniper. A Battle Hunger comes out on him. Gets Magic Missiled, and gonna be in a lot of trouble. He can get... oh, Axe misses the Culling Blade. So the Sniper may get out, but he's gonna go down to the Battle Hunger afterwards. So probably not the most effective. Shallow Grave. The Black Hole comes out onto 3 heroes. The Panda getting pretty low. Dazzle will go down as well. Actually, Dazzle's getting really low. Bench goes for the Wave of Terror and manages to snipe down the Dazzle from long range. And swap onto the TAs. TA's getting pretty deep now. But there's a sentry down from the side of Facebook. So TA is also going to go down. 4 for 0 on the side of Facebook. A nice gank but from the Venge, and Axe starts it all. Enigma walks in with a 3-man Black Hole to follow up, and it's going to be all 4 bounty runes going the way of Facebook. If Wind Ranger takes it at the top this time, already got a pretty deep ward, so keeping himself safe. I love this a lot. With this core, when you have an offlaner who's playing on the other side of the map, who's dominating, you just... I love to see these offlaners just pick up an Observer Ward for themselves and put it to protect themselves, to help themselves protect the lead. It's just... It's so simple. It only costs you 75 gold, and it prevents you from a death, but we rarely see caused by Observer Wards themselves. Sniper, he's in a lot of trouble. Gets shackled, focus fired, and he's gonna go down. Gets shallow graved, so a little bit of extra time, but the dunk from the Axe comes out. 2-man call onto the Dazzle and the Ogre. The Brew Split comes out. The Wind Ranger, she's in a little bit of trouble. Gets Boulder Tossed. Another Boulder Toss can come out. The Cyclone on the Axe. The Earth Panda, he's left the Wind Ranger. The Wind Ranger will get another win run. The Fire Panda chasing the Wind Ranger, but isn't going to kill her in time before the split runs out. So the Wind Ranger will get out. The Axe on a complete rampage here, diving into like 3 heroes and not giving a fuck. Another nice deep Observer Ward from the Vengeful Spirit. Able to spot out the TA farming.
Taking damage.
And 11k gold lead, 11 minutes in, so the win rate looking pretty grim for the side of team CapOne and Immortals. They just don't have, the main thing is they don't have any way to, a swap from the Venge onto the Brew, but no follow-up, just a zoning swap, I would assume. Yeah, that was kind of questionable, but I did reveal that I had an Absorber Ward up here, so not the best play.
Middle tower taking damage.
Probably should have used Wave of Terror first. 2 TPs coming in from the side of CapOne, so Venge is like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. TA gets called. Brewmaster getting really low, and he will go down. The Shallow Grave onto the Templar Assassin, so Dazzle will pay for that, and the TA will end up going down anyway. She activates the Shrine, actually goes invis, and kills the Axe, so an unstoppable streak going the way of the TA. Wind Ranger also getting pretty low, but there's no more damage on the side of Team CapOne Immortals. Venge also getting pretty low, will go down to the Psionic Trap, but Jug, he's in there, he's still got Omni Slash. If you can get it off before he goes down, he gets the Omni Slash onto the TA. TA goes invisible, so we'll stay there for a little bit, but she can't stay there forever. Gets power shot and killed, so 2 for 4 on the side of Facebook, so very nice exchange. But TA did manage to get the Axe, but isn't able to make it out afterwards, so not really worth it for her anymore. Jug going for a quick S and Y after a slow start. It's kind of too late to go for Battle Fury at this point. Also, the rest of his team is owning pretty hard, so you kind of want to just buy items to fight early. Yeah, I'm not really sure how CapOne Immortals can come back into this. The only thing they have to cancel the Black Hole from a long range is this Assassinate, which does go through magic immunity, so it's not bad as a counter to the Black Hole. But the problem is that it takes 2 seconds to charge up, and Black Hole only lasts for 4 seconds. So you gotta cast it pretty early on in the Black Hole for it to be worth it. Hopefully, if Sniper could ever get to level 20, maybe take that minus 1.5 second Assassinate cast time would be pretty sweet for him. But this game is looking pretty rough. He's only level 8, so level 20 is a long way away. Scan comes out from the Radiant, so spots the Brewmaster. Nice defensive scan from the Juggernaut, trying to keep him safe. He doesn't have any wards down here, so he's got to play pretty safe. And everyone else on the side of Facebook just causing chaos on the other side. So it doesn't seem like the side of CapOne wants to fight, especially because his Axe could have Blink any minute. He has the money for it, but isn't able to go to a shop. Picks it up on the Courier, so the Blink now on the way. This Wind Ranger also going for her own Blink just to get that extra avenue of initiation. Venge TP's mid, but not much that she's going to be able to do to defend here. Reveals herself with a Wave of Terror, but is able to get out. And bot lane, it's just the Jug and the TA now, so maybe able to get the kill on TA if with a nice spin. Definitely have nothing to fear. Alright, Wind Ranger gonna TP into mid, Magic Missile onto the Brewmaster. He manages to use the split, so Facebook will try and look to disengage. It's just a defensive split, so this is really big for the side of Facebook, because split is really the only team fight for the side of CapOne Immortals. So if you force out the split and they get nothing from it, that's 135 seconds where they can't do anything. 140 even. So CapOne, they're going to be forced into a pretty defensive position now. Yeah, Sniper really struggling, doesn't even have treads yet. Look at the net worths, yeah. So 4 heroes on the top of the net worth. You never want to see that. This jungle Enigma had so much free farm. Also going for his own blink, so a lot of blinks on the side of Facebook. Just want to get that initiation. Yeah, just going to take the rest of the outer tier 1 the outer towers now. And it's a pretty easy game plan from them. Ogre gets shackled, will go down. Not going to use the focus fire, and doesn't get dunked. So Axe gets the kill anyway, so it's fine. Gonna take this tower pretty easily.
Bottom tower is in pieces. Dire's bottom tower under fire.
Shrapnel will come out from the Sniper to try and delay this a little bit. Actually, no points in Headshot, which I don't think I've seen this build before from Sniper. Headshot is where most of Sniper's damage comes from, but you still want to max that Shrapnel first. The movement slow increases pretty significantly, and the damage is pretty nice as well. So Blink Core onto the TA, but the TA has haste. It's going to be pretty hard. Venge not going to be able to get in range for a swap, so this TA is going to be able to scoot away on the back of a haste rune. Axe, he's looking for more though. Gonna see if he can find the Brewmaster maybe. Brew doesn't have split yet, but yeah, it looks like Axe is gonna back off. Jug actually getting attacked. He's into 3 heroes, but he just spin TPs out. Pretty sure it's not clear, I guess. It doesn't say whether or not it pierces spell immune. I'm pretty sure you can cancel the spin TP with Assassinate, but you gotta cast it pretty early. There's that 2-second wind up time, and the TP is only 4 seconds long if you're going back to base. So you gotta wind it up as pretty much as soon as they start TPing. So your reaction speed has to be pretty fast. TA, go for a Dragon Lance first. This is not an item you see on TA until much later. You really want to go for that Blink Deso, just to snowball really hard, but there's not much chance of snowballing in this game, I would say. She actually does still do a lot of damage. Wind Ranger is not a very high armor hero, so if you can attack her while she's not in Wind Run, that's pretty big. Gonna use the Focus Fire from Roche maybe? Yeah, there you go. Gonna take it a bit faster. Blade Mail not done on Axe, so Axe, he's got the Holy Trinity ready. Blink Dagger, Vanguard, Blade Mail, that's all the items he needs in any game. Obviously more items are nice, but these are the 3 items you really need on Axe to just really snowball.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
And so Facebook, they put the Aegis on the Jug. Jug's not their most farmed hero though. He is catching up. He had a pretty rough start against that Tri lane, but still second in net worth, so farming pretty hard. His team making a lot of space. The Blade Mail from the Axe just like scares them off. Because you can't really attack into the Axe while he has it, you don't want to reflect all that damage. A Shrapnel will try and slow down the side of Facebook. Black Hole onto the Dazzle and the Brewmaster. They have to take out this Brewmaster before he splits though. A Taunt onto the Brewmaster, and he'll go down to the Power Shot. Swap onto the Sniper into the side of Facebook. So Sniper will go down as well. 2 buybacks on the side of CapOne Immortals. And Facebook, they'll stand the retreat. They got what they came for. They got 2 buybacks. They killed the Brewmaster. The Brewmaster still has a split though. Gets swapped back in. Magic Missile straight away. And he'll go down before being able to use split again. So Facebook feeling pretty lucky. Blink forward from the Axe, gets the dunk onto the Dazzle, and the Templar Assassin will go down. GG is caught by the Dazzle, but it's a bit of a fake out because we tried to call GG and our like GG thing appeared in the top, so they kind of debated us a little bit. We just take the racks as punishment for that. And this game will go on a little bit longer. Brewmaster 2 lives and wasn't able to get a split off in either life, so a pretty hard time for the Brewmaster. It's hard. Sometimes you gotta just like, you know, deal with it and split from pretty far away. But that team fight would have looked pretty hard regardless. The Black Hole onto the Brewmaster and the Dazzle, so no saves. And Dazzle already used his Grave on himself, so wouldn't be able to Shallow Grave the Brewmaster anyway. Also, there's the Axe, so you can just Culling Blade away the Shallow Grave.
Dyer's middle barracks has fallen.
And another lane of racks. Brewmaster still has split, but the retreat will come out from Facebook. They got a lane and a half of racks. They got the melee racks in mid, which is the important one. So yeah, just gonna go back to farming, I guess. We have the Aegis, so gonna go pick up the bounty runes and then regroup and go top would be the game plan. Maybe pick up another item. Wind Ranger pretty close to Ags. Axe going for a Yules, which is a little bit odd, but a nice way to just get rid of Shallow Grave. Some smack talk coming out of the Juggernaut. About that false GG earlier. Gonna take the shrines as well, so just not many options left for the side of CapOne Immortals. Win rate's been at 100% for quite a long time. And the Ags will be completed on the Wind Ranger, so she's pretty farmed. Jug is also pretty farmed now. Actually, in a little bit of trouble from the TA, gets Meld Striked again. Will spin out and grab a haste rune, so a very opportune haste rune there for the Juggernaut. And Wind Ranger will get the shackle onto the won't get the shackle onto the Brewmaster, so the Primal Split will come out. But this is a defensive primal split again, so not very many plays happening on the Brewmaster this game. Had to use 2 defensive splits in this game so far. Actually, I've only seen defensive splits. I think he only used split twice, and they were both defensive, so not that great coming out of the Brewmaster. And for Facebook, it's like, it's time to go, there's no split anymore. Long range magic missile, so Vengeful Spirit with the Aether Lens, this super long range swap now. The Ogre gets graved up, but we'll soak up the Omni Slash, which is pretty opportune for the side of CapOne Immortals. And a buyback from the Ogre straight away. TA actually doing a pretty decent amount of damage, does get called, and the Blade Mail from the Axe, a long range swap from the Sniper, doesn't get sucked into the black hole, but gonna feel the pressure. The Wind Ranger gonna chase after the Sniper now, and the Sniper just needs to run. The black hole will kill the TA, the dunk onto the Sniper will give Axe the move speed to just keep running at the Sniper, and the Sniper now in a lot of trouble, gets dunked, and the Juggernaut will feed the Aegis away, but it's just an Aegis, so he doesn't really care. He probably went to pick up his Maelstrom, and Facebook will just take this top lane of Rax. Enigma did pay for his sins. He went down. I didn't even see him go down. Who did he die to?
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
I didn't even see it. Oh, he just died to the tower. That's pretty embarrassing. And GG will finally get called by the side of CapOne Immortal. For real, lol. So, yeah, I would say it was a pretty solid outdraft from Facebook. The lane shenanigans did happen early on, which made the game a little bit more interesting than a complete stomp. But TA got completely shut down by the Axe in mid, so a pretty hard counter from Facebook. Not your traditional mid, but when the opportunity arises, and also this Wind Ranger can really lane by herself if the Enigma denies the range creep for her. So 3 heroes from Facebook being able to secure their own farms reliably. So, but the aggressive tri-lane from the side of CapOne Immortals is pretty nice as well. The only problem was that TA was there and not Sniper. So I feel like if Sniper was in the tri-lane and TA was still mid, obviously she got crushed by the Axe, but I don't know. It was a pretty rough game from CapOne Immortals, I would say. Not much that they could do from a drafting perspective. They just got kind of outdrafted pretty hard and then lost all the lanes, and that happens. They did win. I would say win is a bit of a stretch in that bottom lane, because Jug still ended up second on the net worth chart, so it wasn't slowed down too much. Oh, actually, Axe ended up taking over, but Jug was like pretty far ahead for the most part. Yeah, so that was a pretty decent game from CapOne Immortals. I like some of the ideas. The aggressive tri-lane, I think I liked a lot. But yeah, the TA just got shat on by the Axe. The Brewmaster just got shat on by the Wind Ranger, and it was just really hard to recover from there.